Hello there, I'm Presley. Today I will be going over my overall thoughts on episode 37 of the Bleach 1000-Year Blood Walk. Now, this episode covers the very last bit of chapter 649 all the way to the very beginning of 654. So overall, it finishes up the Sunsui and Nanao versus Liebero fight quite nicely as well. The ending poem this week is actually from volume 69. It is from Basby's perspective, and it makes sense since next week we are getting Friend, which I've already talked about how excited I am for the Friend flashback and fight. I've talked about it numerous times over the past few weeks. So obviously that has me extremely excited for next week's episode, because, you know, it's gonna be Friend, and I've been eagerly awaiting that for a while now. Of course, we might get more than just Friend next week. It's hard to say. The past two other cores have had episode 12 and 13 usually release on the same day, so I don't know for certain whether they're gonna do that again with this core, and whether we're going to be getting episodes 12 and 13 next week, or whether we're going to get episode 12 and then 13 the following week. It's hard to say for certain, I don't know for sure. In this episode, you know, obviously we see Kyoraku be injured by Liebero once it turns out that he's not actually dead, and, you know, he wasn't defeated by Kyoraku's Bankai. But then, you know, Nanao shows up. They both retreat into the shadows for a bit. We get a bit of a heart-to-heart between these two characters, with revelation after revelation being revealed, mainly all pertaining to Nanao's mother and the Issei family in general. So obviously there's a good bit of flashbacks in this episode because of that reason. We get to see a young Nanao during her academy days. We get to see a younger Kyoraku, you know, speaking with Nanao's mother. And, you know, that's where we learn that Kyoraku's older brother was actually married to Nanao's mother before his death. And at some point, she does ask Kyoraku if he could hide the, Issei family Zanpakuto, because in that specific family, there aren't really individual Zanpakutos. There's one specific one that's passed from generation to generation. And she believes that it might be the root of the family's supposed curse, and she wants to try and spare her daughter Nanao from being affected by that curse potentially in the future. So, you know, Kyoraku agrees to hide it. Ultimately this does lead to Nanao's mother being executed, though, you know, for misplacement of such a valuable and important item. So, you know, these two characters, their backstories are woven together so intricately and just overall in a very beautiful way. And, you know, obviously, I'm very happy to see this happen because, you know, Nanao is a character. She's been around in this series for a long time, and up to this point, she hasn't really had, like, a really big standout moment. She's had a few moments here and there, but nothing, like, really major. So, you know, getting to see her finally have her big moment in the series is great, obviously. We do see Nanao with the help of Kyoraku there to reassure her. We see her manage to defeat Liebero. Well, technically, it's a bit complicated. I don't want to spoil anything from the manga. Technically, he's defeated because he's not going to pose any danger to Nanao or Kyoraku. So that fight is over. But overall, I thought that this was a phenomenal episode. Well, I'm going to end the review here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!